review cause I'm out of sight. No more stars. Carry the world like you all. Like you all. Tell it to the game, so it's time to get my game on. Johnny Storm hot, all I gotta scream is flame on. For I am fantastic. Stacks flip, call it acrobatics. I never go broke, I'll let them bricks do gymnastics. Got my cash stretching like elastic. Money gotta have it, I'm a brown paper bag it. Throw it in the wall, the basement or the attic. I don't stand on the block, man, I trap across the attic.
It's gonna be tough on every night we're gonna have to do is out on the back.
The world is in my hand, and I'm not gonna pass it. All I know is go hard until they put me in a casket. Got the open lane, now I'm headed to the basket. And talking on you bitches like my name is Wayne Wayne. I ball with the Heat and DFB and LeBron James. I get it ain't in my tailor-made suit. Man, I'm burning up the roof. I hold my suit is fireproof because I only speak the truth. Real life from the start to the finish. Fix the ether with the fire, that's the flame you can't extinguish. EA, cause I am in the game. LB, that is my name. I'm a beast with the same. Welcome to the house of pain. Oh, to the game like a well-made suit. I got this world right in my hands and I'm ready to shoot the ball. So game on, game on. I got this money in my hands on a Friday night. I see the world in my review cause I'm out of sight. No more stars. Carry the world like you haul, like you haul. Tell it to the game, tell it to the game, tell it to the game. Tell it to the game, I'm tell it to the game. Tell it to the game, I'm tell it to the game. Tell it to the game, tell it to the game like a well-made suit. I got the world right here in my hands and I'm ready to shoot the ball. So game on.
Hey, so y'all can hear me a little bit. All right, so welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. It's good to be back in here. So I don't got my official microphone hooked up right now. I'm working on that behind the scenes. I've been doing some reconfiguration, so bear with me. But I do have everything hooked up, ready to go, set, ready. So I can at least start y'all motivation for the day. Let me do that, and then I'm going to get right with y'all, all right? So let me start that. Motivation for the day. Let's get some unwatched in here. Well, everything gonna be unwatched because I ain't logged in. Man, hold up. Tired of seeing Motiversity. Alright, I'm gonna just pick one, y'all. Only Motiversity run the show. Alright, here we go.
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to A Better You. I am your host, Fernanda Ramirez, and I'm coming to you on a beautiful Thursday night. It is a full moon, and I'm currently viewing the moon as we speak. She is beauty, she is grace, she is bright,
Hey,
she
what's
is
up,
shining, she's reminding me of my power. Guys, hello. I'm so excited for today's episode because if you clicked on this episode, I'm coming to you with a very specific message. You know, I actually wasn't planning on filming a podcast episode today, but I was feeling very inspired and very called to turn on my camera, to turn on my microphone, and to speak some life into you guys, to speak together, me and you. A little chat. a little chat between me and my friend, which is you guys. Today we are going to be doing a little episode on getting back to yourself. And in reality, I don't even want to call it an episode. Think of this as a chat. Whether you are listening to this in your bedroom, in your earphones, out loud, on speakerphone, maybe you're on a walk, maybe you're on the bus, maybe you just had a little crash out, maybe you're just so joyous and you're on the grass. Wherever you are right now, me and you, we're having a little bestie catch up. I'm channeling love through this episode. I'm channeling grounding. I'm channeling sister, friend, acquaintance, whatever you want it to be. I'm here for you and I'm here to speak some life into you. So I'm assuming you might have clicked on this episode for one, just because you felt like listening to me. If so, hello. If two, maybe you're feeling a little bit down, a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit anxious. I don't know about you guys, but recently I've been feeling a little bit scatterbrained. And I think that that is so normal. I think that is completely fine. And in fact, I want to say if you have been feeling any of those feelings, you are not alone, because I'm feeling like that too. And I know the people around.
Hold on, y'all. All right. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I was just setting up the mic. I got the mic back, my regular mic back. So, all right, let's go back to the video. Hold on. There we go.
Walking around with my friend, and I just felt like it was such a day to get back into my senses, to get back into feeling like any of those feelings. You are not alone, because maybe you're feeling a little bit down, a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit anxious. I don't know about you guys, but recently I've been feeling a little bit scatterbrained. And I think that that is so normal. I think that is completely fine. And in fact, I want to say if you have been feeling any of those feelings, you are not alone, because I'm feeling like that too. And I know the people around me are feeling like that too. But, you know, today I was walking around with my friend, and I just felt like it was such a day to get feeling like myself. And I think something so meaningful that get back into feeling like myself. And I think something so meaningful that happened today was that my friend kept saying things to me that was almost acting like a mirror to myself. She was saying things about me that I already knew, but I may have forgotten. And even just hearing it reflected back to me made me think, wait a second, you're right. That is something I do like about myself. Wait a second, that is something I think about myself. Wait a second, that is the energy I give off. And for that reason, I felt very inspired, because having someone else reflect back to you who you are, reflecting back your power, reflecting back how you move through the world, how you act, the way that your energy is, it is so affirming and it is so empowering, and it just reminds you of who you are. And then you feel that rush and that sense of inspiration and that sense of like, okay, I do got this. I do feel good. I do know where I'm going. And even if I don't know where I'm going, I'm floating and I'm free and I'm here and I'm safe and I'm fine. And so that in itself got me into this inspired state of feeling like I wanted to have a little chat with you guys to remind you of your own power. Whether you are feeling lost, confused, burnt out, overwhelmed, calm, somber, which is a feeling I've been feeling recently. No matter what you are feeling, or even if you are feeling fine and joyous and good and you just want a little bit of an ego boost, or I'm not going to say even ego boost, a little bit of a soul boost, a little bit of love coming at you, here we are, and here we are to talk. So for one, can we just take a deep breath together, because I feel like it is something that I need. Are you ready? I want to give you guys the affirmation that you guys are safe. Whenever you're listening to this, you are fine, you are worthy, you have everything you need, you do not need anything. Everything you have is already within you. There is no rush. You are not in a hurry. You are moving at your own time. You are healing. You are transforming. You are trying your best. You are working hard enough. You are doing the best with what you have. You are making strides. You are moving through the world with love. Your natural energy is uplifting to the people around you. And even if it's not, your natural energy is worthy and it is unique, and that is what makes it so special. So I want to start this episode from that place. My apologies for interrupting today's episode. Before we continue, I just wanted to give a word from today's sponsor, which is Nutrafol. So thank you to Nutrafol.
Let me give y'all a little bit more of this.
Month's subscription, and without the needing all the goals that the people around you know or achieve. Back into it. I want to remind you guys that if by any chance you are feeling behind, or like you are not working hard enough, or you are not achieving all the goals that the people around you are achieving, or any of those kind of insecurities that may creep up, I want you guys to know that you are worthy without the need of performance, without the need of external validation, without the need of accomplishing ego-based goals. That's something that I've recently been thinking a lot about. You are worthy just the way you are, in your natural state, in your raw state. And that is really all you need. I think it is so important to give yourself a pat on the back and to give yourself a deep breath and to allow yourself to exhale and just feel safe in the moment. And honestly, give yourself a little hug, give your inner child a little hug, and just hold yourself for a minute. Because I feel like sometimes in this fast-paced world, we are just moving like a little hamster wheel. What is next? Where should I go? What do I need? And we're constantly like looking outside of us to fill something within. But I think letting go of all that and hugging what's already here and thinking like, I have what I need. I trust that what's coming my way will not pass me. And I trust that that is enough, and that everyone moves at their own pace, and that everyone moves at their own timing. And if my time is not right now, that it is coming up. And also how exciting that your time is coming. And that, you know, one of my favorite quotes that I always see here and there is that you haven't even lived your best days yet. That is something that has been really inspiring me lately. And how exciting to feel that there are so many things to look forward to, and that in reality, you don't really need to stress about the current moment. We have so much time ahead of us. There's so much to enjoy all around us. And each season of life is bringing us new experiences, new opportunities, new lessons, and new little sense of joy and fulfillment. Good things are on the way. I feel it for me and you. I'm so positive about that. And I want to remind you guys of your own power. Whatever it is right now that is your deepest, craziest goal, whatever that may be. Maybe if there's something in your mind and you're kind of going back and forth, like, can I do it? Like, is this goal really for me? Am I dreaming too outside of the box? Am I don't know, like wishing for something that isn't even real? No, you guys, I need you to dream even crazier than that, because it is so possible and it is so real. And whatever that goal is for you, or whatever that feeling is for you, that is something that you will have. And if you can dream it, it's because genuinely that is in one of your realities. I think if you can dream it and you can feel it and you can sense it and it's something that you even want, the universe wouldn't give you those wants without the possibility of those things actually happening. I've said this in a podcast episode before, but your dreams are not random. Your hopes are not random. Your wishes are not random. Those internal urges that you have and those dreams that you have were planted in you for a reason, and that is because you genuinely have the tools to get there. Whether it is now or in a few years from now or in a few months from now, those things are totally capable of happening if you set your mind to it and if you truly let yourself believe. There is no use in limiting yourself to realistic goals. I want you guys to dream so big and dream in ways that you might almost feel shy of or vulnerable saying out loud because they're so crazy, when in reality, those things are so possible for you. They are so real. They are so true. And giving yourself permission to feel that joy run through you when you even just think about these things. If there are any negative feelings that you are feeling, like shame or anger or sadness or apathy or guilt, any of those feelings, release those. They do not serve you. And I want you guys, whenever you're listening to this, to think about some things that you are grateful for in your current life, whether that is after this episode is done. Maybe you write them down in your notes. Maybe you write them down on a piece of paper. Maybe you go to a little grassy patch and bring a little notebook and a cute little pen. Write down some things that you are truly grateful for, and write down some things that you are excited about. Whenever I do this, I find that something as little as a coffee cup is what brings me so much joy. Something as nice as the smell of a book in a cute little bookstore brings me so much excitement. Even something as simple as a bright tulip on the side of the street. Those are the things that make me so grateful and that make me feel so happy to be alive and that make me feel like I'm alive. Like I'm not just cruising around and living in a dull gray world, but in fact, I'm actually living in a colorful world that is filled with laughter and people with different experiences and people with different stories and people with different backgrounds and wisdom. There is so much life all around you if you truly tune in and hear and see and touch the things around you. With that being said, I want you guys to make a list of the things that you are grateful for. They do not have to be big. They can be things that are literally in the space around you. Just to give you some right now, I'm currently looking at a green plant that I have that is actually a money plant, which, how exciting. I'm bringing abundance into my space, into my vibe with this little green plant.
That's my girl. We're going to stop right there for the day with that one. But I hope that y'all were thinking about writing something down that y'all grateful for. I made something in my head right as we were speaking, and I was listening to that. Just this right here, this environment right here that I have in front of me is, I'm truly grateful for it because it's what I love to do, and I'm capable of doing it. I'm doing it, so yeah. All right, so today on Fun Fact Friday. Oh, that ain't the. See, they ain't even copy my right title in there. That's why I don't even be messing with y'all. Hold on, let me get the right title in there. My browser can't play this video. Sounds good. All right, we just enjoying ourselves. So, you know, obviously, Fun Fact Friday is for the facts. I don't know about you, but I enjoy I enjoy sitting and listening to, you know, different topics, different angles, all the time. But when you could just sit back and have somebody drop, you know, fact after fact on you about different various topics, it's peaceful. So let's go. Y'all kick back, relax, and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Party on down to the SKP. All right. Random facts. Hey, random facts to fall asleep to. I didn't know they had this. Here we go. Now y'all don't fall asleep.
And welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel. Tonight, we'll be exploring one of nature's most miraculous creations, the human body. It contains more mysteries than we could even begin to touch upon in this video.
What's up, Madalena?
So if your eyes start to grow heavy, that's perfectly okay.
Nah.
Feel free to drift off to sleep, or just listen for as long as you'd like.
Let me
I
hear the
hope
first
that
couple.
by the end of this video, you'll have learned something new. Now, please join me on this journey as we marvel at the miraculous nature of the human body. Let's begin. Your body makes 25 million new cells every second. Right now, as you lie still and breathe quietly, your body is far from idle. Every second that passes, around 25 million brand new cells are being created. That's roughly 1.5 billion cells per minute, quietly dividing, organizing, and differentiating to repair tissue, renew skin, restore blood, and replace the invisible wear and tear of living. Most of this happens without any sensation or awareness. Bone marrow produces fresh red blood cells. The lining of your gut is renewed in waves. Even your skin is constantly turning over. The sheer scale of this regenerative process is hard to grasp, but it reminds us, beneath the calm surface, your body is a dynamic symphony of renewal, rebuilding itself in silence. You shed an entire layer of skin every month. Your skin may seem like a static outer shell, but in truth, it's in constant motion. Every 28 to 30 days, you shed an entire layer of skin, flaking off little by little in a process so gradual you barely notice. Dead skin cells drift away invisibly, replaced by newer cells migrating upward from deeper layers. In fact, most of the dust in your home is made of tiny particles of your own skin. Over a year, you lose roughly 8 pounds of it. But you never run out. The skin regenerates with mechanical precision, restoring its barrier without pause. What you touch the world with is always changing. A living frontier between you and the universe. Your stomach regenerates its lining every 3 to 4 days. Your stomach is filled with acid strong enough to dissolve metal, and yet it doesn't digest itself. How is that possible? The answer lies in one of the body's most remarkable defense mechanisms. Every 3 to 4 days, your stomach completely regenerates the cells lining its walls. These cells form a protective barrier between your own tissues and the hydrochloric acid needed to break down food. Without constant renewal, ulcers and damage would quickly occur. This balance of destruction and regeneration is delicate and continuous. Even as you sleep, tiny factories in your gut work to rebuild your defenses, maintaining a protective layer that is always young, always new, and always just one step ahead of your own digestion. Your bones are constantly dissolving and rebuilding. Your skeleton may feel like a permanent structure, solid, stable, unmoving, but it is anything but static. Every moment, specialized cells called osteoclasts are breaking down old bone tissue, while others, called osteoblasts, are building it back up. This process is known as bone remodeling. It happens quietly and invisibly across your entire skeleton, reshaping your bones based on how you move, what you eat, and even how you sleep. Every 10 years or so, your entire skeleton has been replaced, cell by cell. Bones adapt to stress, strengthen where needed, and dissolve where not. Even in stillness, you are being reshaped, a silent evolution, sculpted from within. Your liver can regrow itself from just 25% of its tissue. The liver is the only internal organ in the human body that can regenerate itself to its full size, even after major injury or surgical removal. If just 1/4 of the liver remains, it can regrow into a fully functioning organ. This regenerative ability has been known since ancient times, even appearing in Greek mythology, where Prometheus's liver was eaten and restored daily. In real life, the liver's resilience is both astonishing and essential. It performs over 500 distinct functions, from filtering blood to metabolizing nutrients, detoxifying chemicals, and producing proteins. To do all that, it must stay whole. So when damaged, the liver responds not with scarring, but with growth, rebuilding itself, one cell at a time. You have more bacteria in your gut than human cells in your body. Inside your digestive system, there are trillions of tiny life forms, more numerous than all the human cells in your body. This microbial population, known as your gut microbiome, includes bacteria, fungi, and viruses that live symbiotically within you. These microbes help digest food, regulate immune responses, produce vitamins, and even influence your mood and brain chemistry. Some scientists call the microbiome an invisible organ because it behaves like one, vital, integrated, and complex. At birth, your gut is nearly sterile, but within days, it becomes home to a flourishing ecosystem unique to you. You are not a single organism, but a colony, human and microbial, interwoven at the most intimate level, co-evolving in quiet cooperation. The brain produces enough electricity to power a small light bulb. Your brain, soft and silent, generates a surprising amount of electrical energy. At any given moment, the neurons in your brain are firing tiny electrochemical signals at incredible speed, creating enough electricity to power a low-wattage light bulb. With over 100 billion neurons, each capable of forming thousands of connections, your brain is a living circuit board, constantly active even when you sleep. These pulses of energy are responsible for everything from language and memory to breathing and blinking. Yet we rarely feel this electricity. It hums quietly behind thought, emotion, and awareness. You are, in a very real sense, lit from within, not metaphorically, but electrically, a softly glowing engine of thought. Your bones are ounce for ounce stronger than steel. Bone is a paradox. It feels fragile, susceptible to breaks and fractures, and yet it's one of the strongest materials the body produces. Ounce for ounce, human bone is stronger than steel. A cubic inch of it can support more than 10,000 pounds of weight without breaking. The secret lies in its internal structure, a porous, lattice-like network that combines rigidity with flexibility. It's made of collagen fibers reinforced with crystals of calcium phosphate, a composite material engineered by biology, not machines. Bone is strong, but also dynamic. It heals, adapts, and self-repairs. So while it may not look or feel like a supermaterial, your skeleton is a marvel of natural engineering, elegant, efficient, and enduring. Fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Your fingernails are in a constant state of growth, but not all at the same speed. The nails on your dominant hand typically grow faster than those on your non-dominant one. If you're right-handed, your right nails tend to grow more quickly. This subtle difference likely results from increased blood flow and micro-trauma from more frequent use. Fingernails are sensitive to circulation, temperature, diet, and even stress levels. On average, a fingernail grows about 3 millimeters per month, meaning it takes about 6 months to replace one completely. And your fastest growing nail? Usually the one on your middle finger. The quiet, persistent growth of nails reflects the body's constant push toward renewal, even at the tiniest scale. Your eyes can distinguish over 10 million colors. The human eye is a sensory powerhouse. Within the retina, millions of cone cells respond to wavelengths of light, sending electrical signals to the brain that allow you to perceive the world in color.
Y'all hear how amazing we are? This is a feat of engineering that I couldn't fathom.
Through combinations of just 3 primary types of cones, red, green, and blue sensitive, your brain can differentiate more than 10 million distinct hues. You can see subtle gradients in a sunset, pick out slight differences in shades of green, or distinguish between 2 nearly identical blues. This fine-tuned sensitivity evolved for survival, but also gives rise to art, design, and beauty. In darkness, your eyes rest. But in daylight, they are one of nature's most refined instruments, decoding color with silent precision. The cornea has no blood supply, it gets oxygen from the air. Unlike most tissues in your body, the cornea, the transparent outer layer of the eye, has no blood vessels. This is what keeps it crystal clear for vision. But it still needs oxygen to survive. So how does it get it? The cornea absorbs oxygen directly from the air. Every time you blink, a thin film of tears spreads across the surface, capturing oxygen from the environment and delivering it to the cornea. It also receives nutrients from the fluid inside the eye.
Yeah, that's what's up.
When you sleep with your eyes closed, oxygen intake drops. That's why extended contact lens use can lead to discomfort. It interrupts the cornea's quiet breath of air. Your heart creates enough pressure to squirt blood 30 feet. The human heart is not large, roughly the size of a clenched fist, but its strength is staggering. With each beat, it generates enough pressure to move blood throughout your entire body. In fact, if the aorta were opened, the heart's pressure is strong enough to squirt
Yeah, I
blood
know,
over
right?
30 feet.
Respect for informative
It does
stuff.
this
Add a
over
little commentary every
100,000
few
times a
minutes to
day,
avoid copyright
without
strikes.
rest,
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
of
moment
course.
you're in the womb
So,
until your final breath.
so look, this is my moment of commentary. So, sometimes, to be honest with you, I can't. And the reason being is it just is like, it feels distasteful for me to get in there over the top of my man's. My man's putting it down. You feel what I'm saying? My man's he got me blinking. He got me blinking 30 times. I need to breathe. My cornea need to breathe. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I understand the reason for the comment. I definitely do. But jeez Louise, you hear that? That'd be like fact after fact after fact. And the way I be working, I'm looking at different ways maybe I can use this information. I'm breathing. Cornea breathing. Yeah.
This pressure comes from coordinated contraction of cardiac muscle, forcing blood through valves and arteries in rhythmic
I'm gonna switch
pulses.
the video in like 2
It
minutes.
powers life silently, invisibly.
Unless y'all drop in the
A
chat and tell
muscular
me y'all want to
metronome
keep
beneath
watching
your
this.
ribs, pulsing with quiet certainty, until your final breath. This pressure comes from the coordinated contraction of cardiac muscle, forcing blood through valves and arteries in rhythmic pulses. It powers life silently, invisibly, a muscular metronome beneath your ribs, pulsing with quiet certainty, driving blood through the highways of your body. You grow taller in the morning than in the evening. When you wake up in the morning, you're slightly taller than you were the night before, often by as much as half an inch. This isn't magic, but physics. During the day, the cartilage between your bones, especially in your spine and knees, compresses under the weight of your own body. As you walk, stand, and sit, gravity gradually pushes the fluid out of these cushions. At night, when you lie down, the pressure eases and the cartilage reabsorbs fluid, expanding again. It's a daily rhythm of compression and release, a quiet dance between gravity and biology that subtly reshapes your body from sunrise to sunset, and back again as you rest. Your brain is sometimes more active while you sleep than while awake. Sleep may feel like stillness, but inside your skull, activity can surge to remarkable levels. Especially during rapid eye movement REM sleep, the stage when most vivid dreaming occurs, your brain lights up with bursts of activity. In some regions, it becomes even more active than during waking hours. Neural networks involved in memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and imagination become intensely engaged, replaying and processing fragments of your day. This may be when your brain integrates learning, reinforces habits, or solves problems silently. Far from being turned off, your sleeping brain is busy, filing memories, rehearsing possibilities, and exploring inner landscapes as your body lies quiet beneath the covers. You replace your skeleton every 10 years.
Jeez, I
Your
didn't know
bones
that.
may feel permanent, like carved stone.
Nah, I didn't know that.
But in truth, your skeleton is constantly being dismantled and rebuilt. Every cell of your bones is gradually replaced by new material through a process called remodeling. Old bone tissue is broken down and reabsorbed, while new bone forms in its place. Over the span of a decade, nearly your entire skeleton is renewed. This cycle responds to your lifestyle, adapting to physical stress, hormone levels, and nutrition. Weight-bearing exercise stimulates new growth. Inactivity leads to loss. Your body is not simply maintaining its framework, it's engineering it in real time, making your skeleton a living structure, tuned continuously to how you move through the world. Your body glows faintly in the dark, but the light is too dim for our eyes to detect. You are glowing, always, though you cannot see it. The human body emits a faint bioluminescent light as a byproduct
I hope
of
y'all picking
metabolic
up these
reactions.
facts.
These photons are released when high-energy molecules interact with oxygen, producing tiny flashes of light. This glow is about 1,000 times weaker than what the human eye can perceive, so we remain unaware of it. But with sensitive instruments, scientists have captured images of this soft emission. Strangely, the intensity varies with time of day, peaking in late afternoon. The light follows the rhythms of your metabolism, as if your body were broadcasting its inner fire. You are not merely warm and alive, you are quietly luminous. Nerve impulses travel faster than a Formula One car. Your nervous system is built for speed. When a signal travels from your brain to a limb, to move a finger, pull away from heat, or speak, it races along neurons at incredible velocity. Some nerve impulses travel at speeds over 250 miles per hour, far faster than a Formula One car. This rapid communication is made possible by a biological structure called the myelin sheath, which insulates nerves and allows electrical signals to jump in a process called saltatory conduction. It's this blazing fast transmission that lets you react almost instantly to a threat, or catch a falling glass before it hits the ground. Beneath your skin, a lightning network is always firing. Your sense of smell can detect 1 trillion different scents. The human nose is far more sensitive than once believed. For many years, it was thought we could distinguish around 10,000 scents, but newer research suggests the number may be closer to 1 trillion. Inside your nose, around 400 different types of olfactory receptors line the nasal cavity, each tuned to detect specific chemical compounds in the air. These receptors send signals to the brain in unique combinations, forming a vast language of scent. You can distinguish the freshness of rain, the memory of a loved one's perfume, or the chemical warning of smoke, often without conscious effort. Your nose is not just a passive organ. It's a vast...
So I just really like hearing the facts just rattled off to me over and over and over. So, but we're going to save some of the rest of this. We're going to save some of the rest of this. Help. I don't know. We're gonna watch a little bit more. Let's 25. Let's put the filter on. Ooh, this look like it's gonna be good.
Why I get triggered when someone gives me unsolicited advice. When I was younger, it came mainly from family, whether it was like a family member telling me where I should.
Music is the language of the soul. For thousands of years, humans have been creating songs and symphonies which enthrall, inspire, and hypnotize. Our history and our culture is closely entwined with musical notes. It should come as no surprise that music has a profound effect on the human mind. We've all felt it before. Music helps us relax. It gives us goosebumps, and it encourages us to push ourselves to the limit. But what's the science behind all of this? Here are 7 psychological facts about music. The Mozart effect. The Mozart effect is one of the most popular scientific concepts surrounding music. It was developed by Dr. Gordon Shaw a few decades ago, and the premise is simple. Classical music makes you smarter. In his research, he claimed that listening to classical music can raise your IQ by up to 9 points. The main basis for this line of thought has to do with spatial reasoning. This type of brain activity is used in math, chess, engineering, and science. According to the Mozart effect, classical music boosts spatial reasoning considerably. Maybe it's time to start playing some Mozart while we study.
Wow.
Music therapy helps repair brain damage. Brain damage is one of the most discussed topics in the world of psychology. Some people suffering from brain damage go through tremendous pain and discomfort, and their life is seriously impacted.
Right.
But what if music could help? New research shows that music can actually repair brain damage, and it's been hypothesized that music therapy could be responsible for neurogenesis, which is the birth of new brain cells. Hearing music in your dreams is incredibly rare. Think about every dream you've ever had. Can you remember hearing music in a single dream? If you're like the vast majority of the population, you've probably never heard so much as a jingle in your dreams. According to a 2018 study, only 6% of all remembered dreams include music. Unsurprisingly, you're much more likely to hear music in your dreams if you're a musician or someone who listens to a lot of music. But even then, the number is still very low. Your entire brain is activated when you listen to music. There aren't many activities that make your whole brain light up, but listening to music is definitely one of them. When you listen to music, there's not a single part of your brain that isn't activated. Parts of the brain that are responsible for emotions, creativity, and even motor functions are working while listening to music. So if you're looking for a full brain workout, simply put on your favorite song. Music can improve language proficiency. The relationship between language and music is one of the most fascinating things in the world of psychology. To put it simply, these two things are very closely linked to one another. A 2012 study pointed out that despite what previous research suggested, music and language are not separate functions in the brain. Traditionally, speech functions were thought to exist in the left hemisphere of the brain, while music functions existed in the right hemisphere. But today, it's widely accepted that both hemispheres are responsible for music and speech. What this means is that music functions can actually improve speech functions, and vice versa. In a sense, both activities are working the same muscle. Your taste in music says a lot about your personality. Have you ever wondered why you like certain music? Have you ever wondered why your favorite songs might sound absolutely terrible to others? The answer lies in our unique personalities. Numerous studies have shown that if you like a certain musical genre, you're probably going to have certain personality traits. For example, a 2004 study found that extroverts were more likely interested in music in a general sense, but they were also more likely to enjoy pop music. That's just one example, and there's tons of research on this one topic. Think about your favorite song. What does it say about your personality? Music therapy helps children with autism. Remember what we said about music lighting up the entire brain? Well, this makes music therapy an ideal choice for children with autism. When both hemispheres are activated, children are self-aware while still forming relationships with others. Research has shown that this type of therapy is incredibly beneficial for autistic children, as it encourages them to interact with their instruments and communicate with others in a band, ultimately creating music in a collaborative effort. What do you think your favorite song says about you? Comment below.
I was sitting there trying to think about what my favorite song is at the moment, and I couldn't think of nothing. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. But anyway, let's get some more facts. We're gonna do one more of these. Can't be YouTube Shorts. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Hey, now this one look like it's gonna be fun. Alright, this is our last one. I didn't even realize this was Psych to Go.
Hey there, Psych2Goers. Before we start, we want to let you know that we're so grateful for all of the love and support you've given us. We strive to help everyone learn about psychology in a fun, engaging, and digestible way. So, let's begin. Is love the most important thing we do? In 2015, a 75-year study collected data on the lives of 268 people. Researchers wanted to find the secret to a happier life, and the answer was love. Love changes you, guides you, and destroys you. It's mysterious and powerful in ways science can hardly explain. To help you understand this extraordinary feeling, here are 10 psychological facts you may not have known about love. 1. Love literally hurts. In 2017, Taman and Ahmad found that love increases your perception of pain. Without injury or disease, love can create and enhance physical pain all on its own. But how is this possible? Anatomically, pain and love blend together in your brain. The areas responsible for pain and love overlap, so these feelings become entangled. Psychologically, the relationship between love and pain is even more confusing. For example, heartbreak can fool you into feeling pain that doesn't exist. We've felt the pressure and aching of a broken heart.
Right, of a broken
Your
heart.
heart isn't actually broken. Love and pain are simply woven together. 2. Love relieves pain. Love can hurt you, but love can also heal you. The same 2017 study found that love can diminish, mask, or numb both physical and emotional pain. This powerful emotion activates areas of the prefrontal cortex, which feel comfort, safety, and intimacy. When these areas of the brain activate, love dulls your pain, almost like a painkiller. Ultimately, love is a double-edged sword. Sometimes it keeps us safe and happy. Other times it cuts us up and cuts us down. 3. Love works quickly. How long does it take to fall in love? Most people say somewhere
7
between
minutes.
3 and 5 months, but your brain falls in love faster than you think. In 1997, Aaron and others
19
discovered a shocking
seconds.
revelation about love in your brain. Your brain only needs an hour to fall in love. In rare cases, it only needs 5 minutes. Lasting love requires time to grow and mature, but that spark can ignite almost instantly. 4.
Right.
Love is addicting. In 2010, a neuroimaging study by Ortiz and others found many similarities between love and substance abuse.
Right.
When falling in love, your brain experiences a blinding euphoria. That euphoria stems from a cocktail of neurochemicals such
Right,
as
that's my
dopamine,
people.
oxytocin, and
girl.
adrenaline. Turns out, several different drugs trigger the exact same response in your brain. Not only does the experience mimic drug use, but love is just as addicting. Your brain loves to be in love, and it craves love.
Yep, I've
when
been
that feeling
saying
is
that.
taken away. That's one of the many reasons why breakups create stress and raise your risk of depression. Passionate love is like an addiction, for better or for worse. 5.
Love.
Love likes conflict. We've all heard the phrase opposites attract, but is there any truth to this old adage? Being similar is not always a recipe for love. Love needs conflict to survive. Conflict creates interest, passion, and curiosity. It breeds compromise and allows you to learn from your partner. Not only does this strengthen your connection, but it also keeps your love on its toes. 6. Love plays fair. Do you wonder if your partner is out of your league? Love is a universal equalizer. In lasting relationships, partners are drawn to people with an equal level of social desirability. Sometimes 2 parts are physically equal, other times one is more attractive, but the other is more successful, altruistic, or creative. This balance is fundamental to any lasting relationship. If you're worried your partner is too good for you, give yourself a bit more credit. 7. Love is universal. People fall in love, develop relationships, and search for our soulmates. But humans aren't the only species looking for their perfect match. A 2018 study by Lambert and others found that countless species lead lifelong relationships. Swans and wolves find soulmates, who they share their entire lives with. That means love isn't something
That
people
is-
made up. It's
that
ingrained
is
within our
amazing.
DNA. 8. Love inspires creativity. Love has inspired countless writers and artists throughout history, but that's no coincidence. In a 2009 study, Forster and others found that love actually changes how you think. It opens your mind by stimulating creative thought. This new way of thinking shapes the way you analyze and process both emotions and experiences. So art forms like writing and painting become ideal mediums to express those new and complicated feelings. 9. Love relieves stress. After a long day, one act of love can transform your mood. Studies have shown that small interactions with a loved one can significantly reduce stress.
Just change everything.
Something as simple as holding your partner's hand can unravel a week's worth of tension. The power of physical touch gets stronger the longer you and your partner are together. That person becomes a beacon of safety and comfort in your life. That's why a small touch can melt away all of your stress. And 10, love plays tricks on you. How do you feel after a breakup? Sometimes the absence of love creates an even stronger attraction. This surprisingly common experience stems from envy, nostalgia, and idealization. In other words, you want something only because it's gone. In those moments, your brain pulls a veil over your eyes. You feel like you're still in love, even if you know, deep down, it isn't real. Have you experienced love in your life? Has love helped, hurt, or confused you in strange ways? Tell us about your experiences in the comment section below. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more psychology content. And as always, thanks for watching.
All right, y'all. So, I appreciate y'all for watching me watch them talk about what we was just talking about. I like the facts that we got today. If you want to check out any of these videos, just make sure, well, I wasn't able to like them and add them to the playlist, but you did see some of the search terms. That's what we do this for, so that you can go back and you can expand on your own. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, get off y'all nerves. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me get y'all something, a little song to leave out of here on. And as always, don't leave before you hear that song that's gonna play at the end. But I'll see y'all not next week. You know we do this thing bi-weekly, so I will not be here next week, but I will be here the week after next for y'all who watch me and like to tune in. So I will not see y'all next week, but I will be here the week after next. Maybe look out for some shorts or not, because I'm gonna be playing Elden Ring. Just stop in on the Elden Ring stream for me, y'all, and boost me up. Say, hey man, keep going, I hope you beat the game or something. But other than that, I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all enjoy this song as we take it on up out of here for the day. And as always, y'all know who I am and y'all know what this is. This is DGTA TV. Huh? Peace. As always, if you like and subscribe, make sure you turn the notifications. Be back.
I wanna hit this party and dance with you. When I think about you and the way that you glow, it's something about your body when I dance with you. So I'm in the club, I got my baby want me dancing, and we on the rug. Potentially we could be growing till the morning sun up. I ain't gonna lie, you got me stuck in a position of love. The way you pop it like a drop it, and you're moving your butt. I'm in a daze, can't even count up all the ways, trying to focus and maintain. But baby, you got me, and I got you, dancing like soul train, busting the moon, cutting the rug, till the music for loon. Now that I think about it, dancing with you, it's something about your body, so sexy, it's erotic, and the dancing you're hypnotic, and we're dancing in this party. And the way that you move, I wanna hit this party and dance with you. When I think about you and the way that you move, it's something about your body when I dance with you.
Yo, I need my baby when I go out late on a good day. When I look at you, I think your dancing flow like a great lake. We move and sing together. iTunes flowing right with the music whenever we move. Pick it up, drop it. You got me stuck like I'm stopping. I'm picking it up. I feel your vibes hypnotic. I'm hypnotized. This party made me realize. Start along when we vibe. Your body is dynamite. I'm having such a good time. I like your urgency when you be flirting with me. You make me feel like I'm gliding. I don't need no parachute. I'm falling for you. I believe the dance will change the mood. Let's see what this party gonna do. The way you making me feel, it's like my dreams become real. I'm loving the way you take me down. I can't control this. It's still no. I hit the dance floor, grab your body and dip low. Lose control when we out in the dance floor.
And the way that you move,
come on.
I wanna hit this party and dance with you. When I think about you,
come on.
And the way that you move, it's something about your body when I dance with you. When I think about you,
come on.
And the way that you move, I wanna hit this party and dance with you.
When
When I think about you and the way that you groove, with you.